Tatiana and you're watching YouTube channel You Can. Today is May 6, 2023 and today's video is about the pros and cons of having chickens. Let's go check out that chicken coop. Chickens, yay or nay? Are there any benefits to chickens? What are the problems of having chickens? Well, I'll try to cover all that in today's video. So in a nutshell, chickens lay eggs, give you manure, are great pest control. If you have a rooster, sings like that in the morning and throughout the day. The negative or the downsides of chickens is they dig when they look for bugs, and if you have flower beds or garden beds, you have to do something to protect them from getting destroyed by chickens when they scratch around. If you do not like how roosters sound when they crow, do not get a rooster because they will crow every single day. Woo! That was my kitchen scrap bucket, and they know that that rattle of the handle means that there's going to be food, so they run in from wherever they are when they hear that rattling. So I've tricked them this time. I didn't give them any food, I just needed to get the hens back in here. So the chicken coop. Do you need a big extravagant chicken coop? No, you don't. Chickens basically need a coop where they can hide from the elements and where they will feel safe to lay an egg, and where it will be comfortable for you to gather the manure and use it in your garden. Because we have nighttime predators like possums and raccoons, we had to get this automated nighttime closing door. It has a timer, and you can set the time for when it opens and closes. That way the chickens have freedom to walk in and out whenever they wish to do so, and at night when the sun sets, this door automatically closes. In the morning when the sun is up, it opens. That way our chickens are not being eaten by predators at night. The link to doors like this is in the description. So come on into this chicken coop. Our chicken coop is not terribly big. It is a probably 8 by 12 foot chicken coop. And chickens need roosts where they will sit for the night. Instinctively, hens, roosters, poultry will fly up at night to roost somewhere off the ground so that they are not such easy prey. So if you put up roosts for your hens, they will be very, very happy. They will be able to get up and off the floor to sleep at night. You should place the roosting sticks. As you can see, we have them staggered. If you place them one directly above the other, the hens sitting on the top roost will poop on the hens sitting on the bottom roost, and you will have hens that will be completely caked with chicken poop. That's not really cool. So you want to stagger the roosts, that way they're all pooping onto the floor and not onto each other. All right, nesting boxes. There's so many schools of thought on what the nesting box should be. Basically, a nesting box is a safe place for a hen where she will feel comfortable to sit and lay her egg. Nesting boxes should not be very big or open because hens instinctively in natural environments, they will look for a place that's cozy and tight where they can kind of squish themselves in to lay the egg. If the nesting box is very big, hens instinctively will not go there because it's an unsafe space. Because if you think about it, in the wild, if the hen was to sit in the broad open field and lay an egg, she would be easy prey for a fox or whatnot. So she looks for a tight, little dark space where she can feel very safe and comfortable to lay the egg. Our nesting boxes are on the floor. You can have them hung up higher so that the hens, can hop up into the nesting box, but we have a couple hens that are a little bit older and they can't really hop up into a nesting box that already has eggs and not break the eggs. So we put the nesting boxes on the floor. That way all the hens can get in and out without breaking the eggs with their feet. Do hens need layer feed to lay eggs? No, they do not. Layer feed, I do not feed our hens with layer feed for many reasons. Because layer feed has different stuff that I really don't want to be eating. So these hens are free range. They walk around, they eat the grass, they dig in the soil, they get the bugs and worms and get their nutrients that way. And also we go to the mill and get scratch feed, which basically scratch feed is a mixture of different grains that they were milling at the mill. Usually it's a mixture of corn and wheat, barley, sometimes there's millet, sometimes there's sunflower seeds in it. So that's what we give them a scoop of in the morning. In the winter we give them a scoop in the morning and a scoop in the evening if it's really cold and they're hungry. But in the summer, they basically are free to go outside roughly around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We let them out and they stay out until the sun sets and they go back into the coop. So this is the enclosure. We have a wire net along the bottom, and then on the top we have bird netting, because our chickens are some crazy athletic hens that fly over 4 and 5 and 6 foot fencing. So we decided to make a metal wire part on the bottom because we don't want raccoons and possums and skunks and whatnot to dig under and get into the coop. So we made a trench, put the wire fencing down, and then the rest of this we just covered with bird netting. So as you can see, the run is void of any kind of grass. The chickens will do that in an enclosed space in a matter of weeks. They will have the grass completely trampled out and eaten and scratched out. So that's why a chicken run looks like this. There's nothing growing in here because they're constantly picking, pecking, scratching, and ripping the soil up and destroying anything that is trying to grow. So we decided to do an experiment and see if we could plant some plants to give shade to the hens in the summer and actually not have these plants dug up by the hens. So we planted some grapes, and this grape is looking really, really good. And the hens dig around the root, but the root is big and well established that I don't think it really cares that there's hens scratching around the base of it. And then we also planted black raspberry plants, which they've been in this run for 3 years, I believe, or 4. And they had a rough go for the last, since we planted them, but they look spectacular this year. Look at the flower buds, the clusters with flowers, and there's lots of them, and these canes look absolutely healthy and robust. Here's a frost-bitten mulberry. This is a volunteer mulberry plant. We also have a hazelnut tree or shrub, bush, whatever you want to call it, and it looks really good, but I'm looking down at the roots and I see that the chickens have the roots really, the soil scraped away from the roots, and the roots are bare. So what we will do is we will fill that hole and cover the roots with soil and then put a wire over the top. That way the chickens can't dig right under the roots. And we also planted a tiny little fig plant, which is still dormant. So for the watering can, we have a bucket and these little cups that basically when there's not enough of water, they lift up and open a little lever that allows the water that's in the bucket to fill the orange cup. And that way the chickens have clean water all the time. We don't have to fill it up frequently because it's a 5-gallon bucket. The link for these cups will be in the description. Thanks for watching the chicken video. If you liked the video, hit a like and subscribe for more videos like this.